So we're back with this Centaur Air Elementalist. Thanks for that input there, Hardwood. Always appreciate it. Very classy. Kind of reminded me to make sure that the Twitch chat was working. But, oh yeah, you were wanting to do the Westnoth thing. I was thinking we could just wait until next Friday to do that again. Kind of wanting to keep this streak going, you know. But maybe later today, not sure. Anyway, so we got this Centaur Air Elementalist, and I was kind of mulling over my options. And honestly, I think I'm just going to go Trog, you know, even though GoZag is technically a little stronger. You know, I kind of like the comedy of switching off of Air Elementalist into Trog. Oh, you got the job? That's good, Hardwood. Nice, man. All right, so let's just join Trog real fast. Should be a pretty straightforward game. And we'll go throwing is what we'll do until he gives us a really good weapon, and then we'll switch to that probably. And this solves our MR problem pretty quickly. Also, something I forgot, there's gloves here, which means we can go ahead and enchant that up. Ideally, we end up with some kind of awesome like Broad Axe shield combo. It's hard to go wrong with that. Whoops. But yeah, I'm just training fighting until about 10, which will, you know, be helpful no matter which path I take. Hey guys. We're missing a lot. But hey, the priest dies. Orc warrior is as sick as possible. Very good. Let's get strength. Whoa, holy shit. Alright, so I just made a really bad mistake. I didn't realize he had a disto dagger. So he could have abyssed us. We would have been in very serious trouble. We could have lost the whole streak. I tapped right into him. Should have been paying more attention. Now thankfully he didn't abyss us, but that could have happened. What a shame that would have been, but now we have a disto dagger, not that we'll be using it, but it is nice that it's in our inventory. There are a few narrow situations where you might want to abyss yourself. But yeah, certainly that would have been horrible if we had gotten abyssed there. That's why you really got to be careful, even when you're playing like a power combo, something like a Centaur. You know, it's no joke. To be honest, it's a little bit silly that distill weapons even exist. What does Abyss do? Basically, it's this really high-level zone where you don't want to be, and certain abilities in the game, including, well, certain things in the game, like certain spells and certain brands, like the Chaos brand and the Distortion brand on weapons, can just send you there. And then you have to find an exit. And getting sent there at level 9 is, I wouldn't say it's guaranteed death, but it's pretty bad. Okay, that's a decent halberd, actually. That's not terrible. Also a barded shear and a +3 longsword. Nothing really that interesting, though, to be honest. The tomahawks are the most interesting thing here, so we'll buy those. It just makes you go to hell. Well, hell is actually a distinct place in this game, but yeah, basically. You have to, like, find a way out. It sucks. Hell is far worse than the Abyss in most cases. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I made a really bad mistake there. Which is honestly a very easy mistake to make if you think about the fact that anything with hands, you know, an orc, kobold, whatever, can spawn with one of those. It's pretty lame if you think about it. Best race class combo. Centaur Air Elementalist? Maybe. I don't know about that. I don't know about Air Elementalist. I'd say like Centaur Hunter would be a little more on board. Hey, what's up, Asimov? How you doing? Also, hello, Dankus Meme Gaming. Hello, Fox. What's up, guys? Hardwood, have I convinced you to play DCSS yet? Imagine how fast you can get with swiftness. It's true, but please note that I'm now worshiping Trog, so we're not going to be casting swiftness anytime soon. Okay, so here's an interesting little vault up here. It spawns a 6 Furhy, which is just hilariously powerful, and then beneath him is an item. I thought it was always an electric branded weapon, but I guess there's just gold there, so whatever, I guess. Obviously, we don't want to open that thing up, you know, it's terrifying. Burn the books, oh wait, yeah, right. Orc Warrior is 6 possible. Orc Priest is 6 as possible. Nice. Okay, so that artifact halberd is nice. I don't know if it's really worth training polearms for, or if it's even worth buying, to be honest with you. Too bad no shields are available. That's cool, Dankest. What was the character that you got the win with? Oh, he's got a broadaxe. Dude. We could actually get some broadaxe action going here. What we'll do is we'll pick it up, and we'll see if we find a brand weapon scroll. In fact, why don't we use some of these guys, just in case. Holy Word. Enchant weapon, okay. Jeez. I guess let's enchant the blowgun. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's totally fine, Dankus. Feel free to link the morgue. GrEE of Rue, huh? Sounds powerful. Sounds like fun. We have curing, right? Yeah, we do. Okay, he'll die of poison. Bees are pretty obnoxious to kill on a ranged character. All that evasion. Okay, this is a porcupine. Entirely possible that we found the lair already, which is pretty good. I'm going to train armor and dodging up to 5. Okay, we could zerk through this stuff, I guess. We could also just like hit the staircase here. I really hope that centaur isn't going around. He probably is. Do we have heal wounds? No, we don't. We got tons of wands though. Don't forget that. So why don't we just save ourselves some of this damage. I'm actually going to Ice Blast. And I'm going to Acid. It's a bit of, you know, expense, but that was a dangerous situation. And we have the wands to spare, so whatever. Let me take a look at this morgue real fast, because I am curious. Oh, that looks nice. That's a pretty good stat stick you've got there. He's got a longsword of R poison, RC+, RN++, and MR+. That's solid, man. And the fencer's gloves. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, this is definitely the lair. I recognize this. There's going to be an orc warrior or something inside that little house. Let's throw javelins at this thing. Almost got killed by some nasty panlords on the orb run. That's dangerous. Yeah, you gotta be really careful on the orb run, unfortunately. A lot of ugly things can happen. Takes a little while to kite these things and kill them. If you're not training slings or if you've just got a +0 sling. I guess I could kind of save time and berserk, you know, and use like Zerk and then the +3 flail that I have here. I mean, I could even go ahead and buy that halberd and Zerk and kill things with that, but I think I'm inclined to just be patient. There's some plate mail, but we're wearing a chain of RF+, which I prefer to have. as sick as possible. I'll walk away from this guy. He's a little faster than me, but he doesn't get a ton of hits on me. Actually, hitting him with this thing is a bit of a problem. There we go. Cool. So no barding yet, no helmet, no shield. But we're still in a pretty good place. Go ahead and get into the lair. We have Trog's hand now, so MR is not a problem. Do these guys have our poise? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Okay. Okay, this is a sort of vaguely, I would say, unlucky lair entrance. It's going to be a little annoying to get back to if like something faster than me shows up. I think Mambas, for example, are faster than me. Lots of nice poisonable things have shown up so far though, so that's great. Speak of the devil, here's our Mamba. Can't poison him. Could put him to sleep, I guess, with the Needles of Sleeping, although that's not really that useful. We can always disintegrate him if need be, but let's try and use some javelins. That's not working, let's descent. Wait, I want my blowgun. As sick as possible. Walk away, walk away. I'm happy to use wands, by the way, against those kinds of big threats. It's totally fine. Disintegrate doesn't remain useful for... well, it doesn't remain as useful for the entire game anyway, so if you're going to be using it, now is a great time. Love the fact that we're a centaur, because we can just do this. Well, now hold on. Let's not get bamboozled. Let's not like run into a
Let's get it on.
dead end. Wow. Thanks, Alf. Appreciate that, man.
Let's get it on.
That's awesome. You thought the man was done, but he comes back and he gifts more subs. No, that's really cool. Thank you. I might as well use javelins on this thing. Oh. Actually got a hit on me. Have a good day at work, Alf. Thanks, man. Alright, this thing doesn't want to die to my ranged attacks. I'm just going to blow some acid on him. Whatever. I feel like I could have kited him for an extremely long time and made that happen. But the fact that we don't have an enchanted sling or a branded sling is really getting in the way of being able to kill him easily with ranged attacks. Wide heart game. That's not an alt-right emote. That's just a happy clown frog. Oh yeah, Alf, that's because my stream was really late last night. Alright, exactly, White Hard Gaming. All right. I don't know. I guess it would be comical if Twitch ended up banning me for having a clown frog emote. I mean, by comical, I mean it would actually be messed up, but it kind of reminds me of the 2016 elections when Hillary Clinton put up on her website that like the biggest enemy that America has to face is like cartoon frogs. It's just like ridiculous. So I guess it's not outside the realm of imagination, you know, but I don't know. I hope not. Let's pull these dudes up. Pretty good. Now there's a ring of strength here. Let's put that on. It's +4 strength. It's almost like having a sleigh bonus. And we already have RF from the chainmail, so we really don't need both of these, or even one of those on at any given time. We'll go ahead and drop one, in fact. The strength is going to help us kill things a bit. I guess I'll train more throwing up to 10. Hoping that Trog starts gifting me weapons soon. Of course, he hasn't even started gifting me ammo, so... Come on. There we go. Yeah, Dankus meme. That was the quote, wasn't it? And it's just... I don't know, man. It was so silly. You know, and I try not to like get too political on this channel or whatever. And this is not like an endorsement of any particular party or anything like that, but I mean, there's no arguing that's just like ridiculous. It's asinine, you know. When you make a cartoon the sort of enemy of your political party, you're probably not going to win an election. And there's a reason why I actually put money down on Trump becoming president. It's because one of the reasons was that I saw things like that, and I just thought like there's just no fucking way. Like there's no way that these people are going to win an election if this is their platform, you know. Got to get rid of the cartoon frogs, you know. Yeah, that's true, Fox. They almost did. It was pretty close. But I mean, let me put it this way. There was certainly, they had a shot, and they had a decent shot. But the thing is that it was being predicted that it was going to be this like complete and total blowout, right? Like the news outlets and whatnot. I mean, these are real headlines. They were saying things like 95+% chance Trump loses. And this was having this sort of effect on the betting markets where people were betting like 5-1, 6-1, 7-1 odds that Trump was going to lose the election. And so you could just make a hilarious amount of money if you got in at the right time, you know, assuming you were betting on Trump winning because everybody thought it was like impossible because that's what the media was reporting. And then of course he won, coming as no shock to the people who were actually paying attention to the math of the thing. You know, like, yeah, of course this is possible. But it really, I'm sure, blew the minds of a lot of the people that put hard money down that he was going to lose. You know, and I blame the media for acting like it was impossible. You know, a lot of people lost a lot of money because they were told that it's like a sure thing. You know, who do you think's going to win the next one, Dankest? I'm actually mainly curious who the DNC is gonna, who the DNC is going to put in as their primary guy or girl, I guess. I don't think Biden's had a very particularly good showing this time. So far, that is. Okay, he's as sick as possible. Let's keep him that way. Blink Frog should die of the poison if I can just... Well, I'm trying to avoid getting slapped around by his 20 damage hits, you know. Centaurs are kind of a funny species because they're so fragile, despite being really strong. We have poison resistance, that's a good swap. I'd say not Trump this time around, although it depends who the other main candidate is. It really does. I mean, I don't know, did you watch those DNC debates? I feel like it's hard to win an election in America if everybody on the stage is, and this is just a statement on like statistics, like something like 60–70% of Americans disagree with the idea that, for example, they all raised their hands when it came time to answer the question, do you want to provide free health care for illegal aliens? You know? Yeah, no, I agree, it's too early to tell. You gotta know who the opponent is at the very least. And honestly, you gotta get past the primary season because you gotta have some idea of how bad they're gonna injure themselves. Because that's what the primary season is, really. It's just like it's a bunch of ammunition that the other guy can use in the future, you know, the actual presidential debates, you know. And boy, they provided a lot of it. I mean, they're up on stage saying they want to provide free healthcare for illegals. They're up on stage saying they want to completely decriminalize illegally crossing the border, and so on and so forth. And these are things that I think, are just kind of tough sells for a lot of people in America. I mean, if you're trying to attract sort of moderates who mainly voted for Trump, and I think there's a lot of people who voted for Trump basically because they thought Hillary was a worse alternative, not because they liked Trump, but because they just thought Hillary was worse. If you're trying to attract those people, I don't think that the way to do that is to espouse radical, you know, really, really radical left-leaning positions. You know, like I think that if they want to have a better shot at crushing Trump, I feel like the move is to move towards the center, but I don't see that happening yet. And maybe it's just because it's the, you know, it's the DNC debates or whatever. Well, yeah, the money, that's the subtext. Of course the money comes from somewhere. Right, absolutely. I mean, that's the big problem with healthcare. I mean, I don't know, man. I've always said that the reason why Obamacare doesn't work is not, it's not because socialized healthcare doesn't work. Because it can in certain countries with certain cultures and things like that. It actually can sort of kind of work in some ways. But we don't have that. We have this bizarre sort of Frankenstein monster that's somewhere between a private enterprise and socialized healthcare. And I'm not saying I'm in favor of socialized healthcare. I'm just saying that that's not what Obamacare is really. It's in that twilight zone where you combine government and private enterprise, and in that twilight zone there is always just a hilarious amount of corruption and greed, because these people realize that they can just sort of, by these people I mean the health insurance companies, which are, to be honest, predatory as hell for the most part. You know, they realize that now they're basically getting subsidized by tax dollars. You know, and what is a company's goal? A company's goal is to make money. And the bigger the company, the less moral the company's going to be, because their goal is to make money. They don't give a shit about following the rules or being ethical. They just don't want to, you know, as long as they don't get put out of business, you know, regulated into oblivion, they're going to try to make money by any means necessary. So waving tax dollars in front of a private business's face and saying, hey, you want this, is usually going to end poorly, in my opinion. You know, and I think you've seen that. Oh God, we're marked. We're marked, and we don't have our C+. Let's see if we can avoid getting blasted, and we do. And we do. Let's go up. Let's tab this guy. Not bad. As long as you don't pay for it directly, people don't see it. Well, I mean, that's the thing is, I mean, it's such a weird situation because it does come right out of the taxes, even with Obamacare. Like, forget the illegal alien healthcare stuff that they're talking about. Like, Obamacare itself. Dude, let's disintegrate this. Let's fail to disintegrate this. Let's acid this. Kind of a waste, unfortunately. Should be able to kill this. If not, I can run away with the teleporter. Let's queue up the sling bullets. Let's just teleport. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't, it's just weird. I don't understand how my government is really, like, what these people are think they're doing, because the way that Obamacare was supported, you know, the thing that made it possible was that they instituted that tax. They didn't call it a tax because it was unconstitutional to call it a tax. Instead, they called it a penalty or something like that, where if you don't have health insurance, you got to pay money. And then Trump chopped the legs out of that. Okay, so that doesn't exist anymore. So effectively, you know, it's going to collapse given enough time, but there's nothing else to replace it. Because for some reason, you know, like the Republican Party couldn't get its act together and make something else. So, I mean, that's really interesting to me. That's happening that way. Check this out. We got 4 OgLob plants, and we've got an artifact amulet, which I'd really like to get, but we don't have our core. And barring the use of like Ice Blast wands or something, barring the use of Ice Blast wands or something, we can't really kill these things. I mean, maybe with javelins, if we got lucky, javelins and tomahawks at range, it might be doable. Let's pop this open. Let's try not to get owned here. Oh man, I shouldn't have popped it open. We could get like double, even triple hit. You know what? Let's screw this. This is dangerous as hell. We're going to use a digging, which we've been blessed. We've been blessed with. Pull him up. Down he goes. Throwing is now 10. It's not bad. So here's the funny thing about playing a ranged character and trying to kill one of these OgLob vaults. If you fail to kill the stuff that's in there, you just don't get your ammo back. You know, so it's a bit of an issue. You're kind of rolling the dice a bit. I don't really feel good about that. So I think I'm probably just going to wait. By the way, there's a broad axe here. I'm going to roll the dice. Maybe it's disto. Thankfully it's not. It's vampiric though. Huh. +0 vampiric, but still vampiric. That is, that's a pretty amazing find. I guess we're going Axis. GG. I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's hard to say no to it. I kind of wish I hadn't trained so much throwing, but whatever. Although I think we stick to the throwing for now. Against things like blink frogs, we're probably not going to be able to melee them down. Can still just kite stuff forever as a centaur. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Quick, thanks for the follow. I was afraid I was driving people away with my politics talk. Can't help it, it's so interesting to me. What a party, I know, right? You like that alert? I had to carefully censor my alerts so that no male nipples were being shown, because apparently that's against Twitch terms of service. I have a few other Gachi-Muchi style emotes. Okay. So I wonder, could I just do this? I think this is worth it. Check it out. Well, the problem is that I could actually like move up here and do it, you know, but if I'm standing here, this guy can't hit me, which is pretty solid. I don't want to be hit by more than one of these at the same time, so let's do it this way. And then now what? Because, of course, we would prefer to hit two at once with another Ice Blast, but if I go here, I'm in blast range of definitely this one, and then I think, not actually sure, but I think they can shoot the acid over their buddies. And of course well, am I in range from this one if I'm right here? No, I think we're okay right here. This is good. Okay, that works. Now what? Dude, imagine if we had the lightning rod. You know, that would really solve this problem, wouldn't it? This is good.
Let's get it on.
Hey, Quick. Thanks for the sub, man. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Let's see what else you got. Well, you got good old Ricardo. The other one was more party. You think so? With Ricardo dancing around, that's less party than the first one? Oh shit. We could really get owned here. Okay, that didn't work out. That was real dumb. Let's stop wasting resources. I tried to wing it there, but we just don't have the power. Let's just gain a little bit of oomph on this character. Some hit points, you know. Perhaps some Arcor, that'd be nice, you know. A simple Acid Dragon scale would let us probably deal with that. Okay, we don't want to be in melee with this fine gentleman here. But we can kill him with sling bullets. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's use Trog's hand. So we cannot be petrified. He's as sick as possible. Throwing tomahawks. He should die. Yeah, he died. Don't want to be petrified next to a Hydra, that's for sure. Do the same thing to this one that we did to the other one. A little bit painstaking, but it's worth it. There we go. Just needed like a decent roll, you know? As Demise would say, optimal trivial. Does he say that? I mean, I guess. Makes sense. It's going to be fun when we actually get the battle or the broadaxe online. Kind of a shame that I can't swap between it and my blowgun, but it's fine. Okay, let's javelin this dude and then tomahawk this dude. Why didn't you try to switch to a bow after getting one from a random centaur? I considered it, but we had already trained some throwing, and that creates this sort of weird situation where Trog or Oga or whoever, instead of gifting you arrows half the time, he'll gift you a bunch of throwing crap that you don't want. So I just decided to stick with this. Plus, it's I get to have a shield this way. Probably should have swapped to a our poise ring against the spiny frog. Oh well. Can't wait for Trog to drop you some curare. Yeah, that'd be alright. Paralysis would be nice. You know, a lot of nice things. Alright, so the loot in this little area, some sleep needles. I have 3 sleep needles. Assume that emoji means sleep. Sleep is not actually that good though, because you need to have stealth for it to really be valuable. Is there more behind this? I wonder. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to have 2 pips of RF. I'm okay with getting blasted. Let's try not to get turned to stone. I'll teleport if need be. Alright, this isn't half bad. Cool. Let's put the strength back on, actually. I don't even think catoblepuses are, yeah, they aren't even resistant to poison. So he'll die. Oh, hello. kill this guy fast. He can do a lot of damage to me. Poor centaurs with their hooves and minus stealth feels bad, man. Yeah, right? I think lindworms are poise, aren't they? No, they're not. A little cheesy, but if it works. This probably would be significantly more obnoxious to kill on a character that's not ranged focused. Sort of using the layout of this vault against itself. Yeah, that's correct. Frozen only affects move speed. Okay, so I'm convinced that there is more to this vault than what I've seen, because this is just a lot of crap that we didn't see inside there a minute ago. Okay, I stand corrected. Totally memed on. Well, you could just look at the monster in-game, and then you look at Flash Freeze. Well, hold on. Drake, Rhyme Drake, and then press A. See, it specifically says slowing the target's movement. So, I mean, Krull is not exactly the best at telling you what abilities do, but in that particular case, it's good. I wouldn't necessarily trust the wiki, by the way. It's often wrong. Oh no, that's hugely important. Being able to XV things, like I press X to go into map mode, and then well, it's not map mode actually. I just press X, not capital X. Then I press V after moving my tile, moving the tile selector over to the enemy, like so. Press V, and then you get a nice description of what they can do. And if they have spells, you just hit the hit the button. Let's switch to sling bullets if we're going to be trying to kill a Hydra. There we go. Game is mocking me a little bit by showing me this longbow, but it's not branded or anything, so whatever. Wow. That's a lot of kiting. Well, Dankest, I don't know, it's pretty complicated. It's a pretty complicated game with a very high learning curve. And the fact that the community is sort of run by people who are not particularly welcoming is another problem. Bro, we got put to sleep. Let's read a blink scroll. We got put to sleep with a Hydra incoming. Not so good. Not so good. As long as there's only one on the screen, we're reasonably safe. We could be put to sleep, but sheep will hit us before the Hydra does. It's like a 1 in 29 chance or something. If there's only one. Oh, I didn't mean to use a needle of sleeping on him. I just ran out of poison needles. Okay, there goes the Hydra. This is layer 5, by the way. We're just about down to the bottom. Also, that was a barding. Very good. Wish it was branded, but, you know, it's still quite good to find. Let's identify some stuff. Ah, scroll of brand weapon. Fascinating. Okay. A lot of interesting stuff. Why don't we, since we already have a pretty good brand on a broadaxe, well, pretty good, a very good brand on a broadaxe, I'm actually going to burn enchant on the sling, right? So bear with me here. We're going to go back to layer 3, which I think is where this crap is. Okay. And we're going to roll the dice. We can't die. If I lose some sling bullets, then whatever. I think this can do like 50 damage to me. I'm not even going to let it get close, though. Nice. There's one. The brand helps immeasurably. Nice. Alright, so first of all, even if the amulet's crap, boom, lightning rod, really good. Got a ring here, it's a ring of fire, don't care. Some javelins, alright, cool. Those are the ones I think I left those behind. I may have thrown those earlier. Another ring. Stealth, don't care about that. Amulet, ordinarily I would identify first. I'm going to roll the dice on wearing it, though. Alright, so it's Stark and Tam, that sucks, but it's got Senv on it, and Dex +4, and not that I really care about Gourmand, but it's got that as well. So I'll take it, you know, I'll take it. It's not bad. You know, in the Contam we can just sort of not care too much about, considering that we don't have, you know, it's not like we have any other alternatives for amulets right now. So now we just need a shield. Hmm. We almost have axes up to 18. I think I'm inclined to go ahead and use this vampiric broadaxe and start enchanting it up. Let's go up. That was a little bit risky. I have a fire, alright. CB, now that's a combo. Just kidding, it's a Centaur air elementalist. Alright, ordinarily I would wear this pro magic all the time, but this is Trog. So for the time being, I think I'm going to stick with strength. Oh god. Check it out. Sentinel's mark forms upon you. Seems like the whole floor has been alerted to my presence, so let's go up. Let's put on poison resistance like we should have a minute ago. Let's put on curing. Let's Zerk. There we go. CeAE cosplaying is a good background. Yeah, I guess so. The vampiric broadaxe is going to be pretty fun. And the thing is, Trog's going to give us really good throwables, so a lot of javelins, a lot of tomahawks. Time to tape down tab, basically. This is going to be sort of obnoxious since we marked the whole floor, or we got marked on this floor right as it was first starting. So we're going to be fighting most of it all at once, although to be honest, it's superior in a lot of ways, because I can just do this from a staircase now. Hey, Floodkiller, this has been a pretty straightforward game. You know, we cheesed shock like a person's supposed to when you're playing an air elementalist for the first part of the game, and then we found a temple, and I decided that I would just kind of keep it going, you know, as simple as possible by going Trog. So we threw down our book and metaphorically burned it, since we can't literally burn it anymore. How is it possible Trog follower can be air elementalist? Well, you just don't cast spells anymore is how that works. I repented of my sin of learning magic. But yeah, we found this vampiric broadaxe, so it's all going quite well. Let's wear RC Plus all the time. Uh-oh, whoops, whoops, okay. I'm going to get punished for that. Crap, we have to blink. I just fat-fingered the keyboard and didn't hit both of them with the Ice Blast. Streak player, by the way. Yeah, I know, right? I get a little frivolous when I'm playing a centaur. What is that called? Magma gargoyles? What are they called? Molten gargoyles. They can do, what, 60 damage? No, it's only 45. So could we have died there? I don't think we could have died there because I have RF+. Nevertheless, that was real dumb. Don't do that. I think it's the fact that I'm zerking with a Vamp Broadaxe that's making me feel totally invulnerable. Yeah, Juseki, that is definitely possible. Now, there are a few different bots that can accomplish this. If GammaFunk doesn't like you, he will ban you from Beam for basically no reason, which is why I made my own bot called Meme that lives in Tal's chat. It comes highly recommended because unlike Beam, it doesn't have this command. Boom, Dog. Please ignore the fact that it's all messed up. I don't know why that's happening. Usually looks better than that. I swear that's a Dog. Okay, we zerk down the Death Yak. Because of scroll bar, probably. Yeah, probably. Let's put on Pro Poison Zerk. Software developer can't make a Dog. I know, right? So I put on Trog's hand because there's a Basilisk down here. To be honest, this staircase sucks. Let's just go somewhere that's maybe less inundated by enemies. Okay, so here's a bit of a problem. We've got this Hydra, and we can no longer cheese him down with the sling because we have this Vampiric Axe on. But we can throw things. We had just enough to make that happen. Alright, let's put on Ring of Strength. Oh, two of them, huh? Let's put on Ring of Fire Resistance. So we have RF++, which doesn't totally defend against Magma, but it's alright. Let's Zerk and kill this thing. But yeah, 0.116 was a while ago. A lot of changes since then. These magma gargoyles or molten gargoyles are no joke, by the way. See if we can't pull up a blink frog. It doesn't work. Let's go down and up. It works this time. You know what? Hold on a second. For as long as I have the Gourmand amulet on, let's put our RC file into troll mode. So instead of hungry, we will auto-butcher it very full. Zerk this stuff. Kind of bad to Zerk against blink frogs, but it was just one, so not a huge deal. Our piety is lower than I would think. Like, we only just got Trog's Brothers in Arms just now. But to be honest, it's not that surprising if you think about it. We've been kiting a lot, which takes time, which means that piety goes down. Also, we've been using Trog's hand, which we're about to use. No, we're not. Yeah, we are. I thought he was alone. Could have avoided using Trog's hand. Let's identify a scroll. Scroll of acquirement. Alright, so let me lay it on you here. This broadaxe will get us through most of the game, and Trog's going to give us weapons anyway, so check it out. I am going to, boop, get book. Manual of throwing. It's not the one I would have wanted, but it's not bad either. I would have liked a manual of axis fighting, dodging, armor, evocations even, but getting a book on Trog is usually a good idea anyway. It's rare that you're going to get totally screwed by it, and we didn't get totally screwed by it, so it's cool. Let's drop some stuff. Arrows, short bow, flail, the needles of sleeping for that matter. This'll do for now. Okay, we got the Hydra. We can kill Death Yaks, apparently. I was a little worried about that. My defenses are not exactly amazing, but it worked out. Okay, is this guy alone? He's alone, so I don't care about Petrify. Not on this character. So here's something that's interesting. We fought and killed a fire dragon earlier. So that means there was just a free-range fire dragon on the floor, which is a little odd. I mean, I knew that there was one here, but he's locked in, you know. There's fire dragon scales available. We don't want those though. Maybe later. Alright, cool. Poison javelins are available. What is your current body armor? +1 chainmail of fire resist. It's not amazing, but the alternative is that I'd have to wear an RC ring to counteract the RC minus for safety's sake, which is something I'm not particularly inclined to do. I will check out this chainmail though. In theory it could be really enchanted. Nope, just +1 of fire resist. Stick with the chainmail. Having really high AC armor doesn't really make a lot of sense on a Centaur in a lot of cases, since the base AC is halved on account of you being a weirdly shaped body man. Should be able to tab through the rest of the dungeon for the most part. Shouldn't go too fast since I don't have full MR all the time. Could get paralyzed and whatnot. Also, we don't have a shield, which I would say is the biggest disappointment. Hold on, let's lamp. Please don't paralyze me. Okay, good. Okay, rewarded for doing this vault with a file of floods, very good. Potion of Invis, fine. Amulet of Faith. That's tempting. That's real tempting. That's mostly tempting so I get more gifts. But probably... I think I'll probably stick with just the Synv amulet, to be honest. I mean... Well, I don't know. What's it given me so far? Anything? No, nothing. Let's drop this hunting sling, by the way. Let's drop polymorph and not pick that up again. Wow, this is real tempting. I'm gonna go for it. Yeah. We will pop a cancellation, get a little bit magically purged. Not enough, unfortunately, to guarantee I don't get contaminate mutated. Okay, we didn't get any mutations. We already had this stuff. I actually forgot that I had MR plus from a mutation. That's kind of cool. These dudes really want me to pick up this Wand of Flame, so we'll do it. Probably be okay to tab this, even if we got paralyzed. Alright, we just hit the treasure trove of the heavens right here with 4 potions of haste. Bunch of curing. I wish I had just not bought that faith amulet now. I'll come back for some of this stuff later. It's amazing. +2 AC ring with +inv on it. That's pretty good. I'll just mark that down for later perhaps. Also, I'll mark down Ambrosia to buy. By the way, we can drop Brilliance. There's no real reason we would need it. Okay, bookshop. Trog frowns upon being a nerd, so I don't even look at it. Alright. Sort of annoying to tab through deep water. Javelins of penetration, okay. Hey buddy. Hey buddy, I bet you I can just kill you real quick. There we go. That's a problem. She's got a disto dagger. Let's kill her super fast. First of all, let's make some buddies. That doesn't quite work out. Let's Ice Blast her to finish her off, and she dies. Got Curare. Not that it matters, just kidding. The blowgun is useless, unfortunately. So we'll drop that in the needles. As much as I'd like to have it. Can a shapeshifter shapeshift and attack in the same turn? I don't think so. Not sure. It's a good question. +3 chainmail. I'd rather have the chainmail of fire resist on. Tomahawks of returning. I kind of wish I was playing Trunk, but Trunk has those Ice Blast early game monsters, so because Ebering can't stop making the early game needlessly RNG heavy, so kind of avoiding playing Trunk. Hypothetical Dream Sheep shift with an instant sleep. Yeah, I guess that could happen maybe. I know that you can get the, here's a fun one, you can get the, oh sick, dude, manual of evocations, awesome. You can get Floating Eye, alright? And you think that's just a regular Floating Eye. Then he paralyzes you, and then he shapeshifts into like a dragon or something and proceeds to kill you after you're paralyzed. So that's one way for that to screw you. Yeah, fun, exactly. Do we have identify? No, we don't. Let's drop this amulet. Whatever this amulet is, let's drop that too. Oh no, I've actually had that happen to me, Dankest. So I treat every floating eye like he's a shapeshifter now, and try to kill him with extreme prejudice, even if he's alone. We're gonna have inventory problems this game, just for the record. Just letting you guys know that's what throwing is, unfortunately. By the way, we can drop stones. Sadly, no shoals, so we won't be getting tons of ammo there. Let's wear Pro Cold. Bro. Okay. Okay. This is so dumb. Alright, fine. We'll rest outside of the gotcha spot. Trog gave me some curare, which I just don't care about, really. As far as I know, statues do not heal, so we just go back, slap him around a few more times, and he actually dies finally. Oh boy. Okay, so I have good news and bad news. The bad news is that this Ice Devil is whooping my ass. The good news is that I can kill him with wands real quick. If I can not die to these damn clouds. Alright. And then I can get a cloak with RC plus on. Oh my god, there's more. Okay, hold on. 16 plus 24, alright. Any more of you guys? No? Good, okay. Give me this cloak. I've worked hard for this cloak. Give me this hat for that matter. And I get See Invisible out of it, alright. Good. Part of the problem is our broad axe is really not doing much for us right now. Since of course we cannot vampiric these dudes. Can just throw stuff at them. FDS is looking pretty doable now. That's true. That's true. Hey, look, it's the Reaper. Seasons don't fear the Reaper, but I do. Although you'd think he would die. You'd think he would have died to the clouds like he usually does. Okay, throwing takes him out. Yeah, this is a more difficult ice cave. For anything that's not Centaur, right? This is one of the first things, one of the first vaults I'm going to fix, by the way, in my fork. Because I'll show you here in a second, there's something really, really particularly goofy about it. You go in, and this entire room can be filled with ice clouds. I go in here, there's no exit. There's no exit back here. It's ridiculous. Oh, that's tempting. That's real tempting. That Demon Trident. +7 of electricity. And our poise, that is real tempting. Probably use that for the time being, come to think of it. Take polearms to 14. Eventually switch back to axes. Alright, so we'll drop Pro Cold. We have Pro Cold all the time now. Hey, thanks, Fox. Hey, Ugandan, no problem. You know, life comes first. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is great. This trident's awesome. Yeah, everything's great. Oh man, this is going to be solid with this trident. This is going to make things a lot easier. They were pretty straightforward before, but now it's even better. Teleportation, we want that. Holy Word, we want that. Enchant Armor, we want that right now. Magic Mapping, we want that right now. Everything else we can wait for. We'll enchant up the Cloak of RC. Probably be using that forever. Identify these scrolls and potions. Could probably drop Scroll of Vulnerability. I don't really have any hexes right now. Enchant Weapon. Enchant up the Vampiric Broadaxe. A Bardich. I don't really care about a Bardich. What we really want right now is a shield, I tell ya. Oh, really, Regatta? That sounds interesting. Not sure if I'd make the same choice, but that's commendable, I guess. Random uselessness scroll, don't need that. Pearl Amulet, I'm not even going to test it. Alright, so here's Nessos with his usual longbow of flaming. Let's make some friends. It doesn't quite work out. Let's acid him. He can do a lot of damage to us very quickly, and we don't have the hexes required to own him, so let's lamp. See how fast, see how much damage he's doing to me? Ice Blast. Hello. Well, what's MR++ so we don't get petrified? It's acid. It's acid again. Should I Zerk? I'm going to Brothers in Arms is what I'm going to do. A couple of times, in fact. It may seem like I'm being a little bit cowardly, but I don't particularly want to get pizzoned by the huge amount of damage he can do. Speaking of huge damage, without a shield, these arrows are actually wrecking me a little bit. Goes to show, you can go a long time without finding a single shield. Oh shit. I just walked right into this dude. MR++. Now here's a huge problem. He could still Crystal Spear me. Let's make a friend. Well, let's just swing. Okay. It's an issue. I gotta stop playing so fast. I even recognized that vault, I just wasn't paying enough attention. That is the vault with, well, the vaults in it. And it seems to have emptied out for some reason. Okay, we'll pull this guy up. Just kind of one at a time, pull things up if need be. Got another wizard. Let's Trog's hand just in case, and then we're going to actually use. Well, we're gonna lamp this dude. Don't mess around with wizards; they can ruin your day. Getting sent to the abyss would still not be a particularly fun experience for this character. Free rune. I think you perhaps are mistaking the meaning of the word free, my friend. Phantom Mirror. Gotta drop some stuff. I know you're joking. What shall we drop? I know I'm eventually gonna drop all these things. Let's just drop Silver Tomahawks, I guess. This is not good. Let's teleport. Let's turn off wands of random effects for pickup. Should be able to zerk through all these things. Maybe not. We are killing them one by one, but now we're slowed. It's lightning rod. That is just an outrageous amount of damage. Being slow is no joke. I gotta stop screwing around. We'll blink. We'll cancel. Walk away. Totally wasteful use of resources. Playing too fast, you know. Considering that we can kite these dudes, that was just completely unnecessary. Hey, there was a shield. That's going to help a lot. Hey, cool, we got a replacement blink scroll. Drop the Scroll of Torment, we don't need that. A Wand of Paralysis, huh? Let's go ahead and put on Trog's hand. So we can't be paralyzed. And now we get the Wand of Paralysis, which is going to be really, really useful, probably. Suppose I could go pick up the Vulnerability Scroll now that it would be kind of useful. I think we're probably okay. What do I want to drop? Let's drop regular javelins, I guess, or maybe regular tomahawks. Just drop something else as well. Poison resistance, alright. Okay. Not bad. You hear a distant snort. Could we actually do a gauntlet today? Maybe. Okay, we are faster than ugly things, like I said. Let's, well, what I'd like to do is lamp, but I can't do that. And honestly, kiting these things forever is going to be kind of painful. And perhaps even dangerous. Trying to paralyze a bit. It's not entirely working out though. Which is not that surprising, it's only a 43% chance to work, but I just want to be able to kill this stuff fast because I actually don't, for once, I don't want to miss the gauntlet because I think this character is certainly strong enough to take it out. So let's see what's in the shop to start with. I see there's a +5 reflection, we'll probably swap to that at some point. Otherwise everything's useless. Let's magic map. I bought this earlier just in case we found a portal vault. There it is. Huh. Well, let's just auto-explore everything. Let's take a look. Is there nothing I care about? I guess there's a artifact ring. Okay. Could get mutated here, that kind of sucks. Just a single death scarab, no big deal. Our wands can take care of that. And this is just a Balrog, which we can basically we can Zerk down. Okay, so we'll Ice Blast against the Floating Eye to open up. Then we're going to Zerk. Cool. Statue was blocking him from mutating us. That's cool. What is that? Black Mamba? Okay. This is probably safer. Actually over here it's just ice stuff. This could slow me. This is fine. I want the potion more. Actually, you know what? I don't actually have to fight this stuff at all if I don't want to. But we will. Oh. That's no joke. Okay. Oh god. These things are stronger than I remember. Okay, we'll blink over here. Should have lignified. Also, they have more MR than I remembered. I should have checked that. I thought I could just paralyze them. Could have just left. Yeah, and I should have. I was just like, I'll just get the free experience. Turns out, not free. My bad. My bad, you guys. That's truly top-tier streak play. So I don't usually do these, to be honest. Kind of throws me off my game to be fighting stuff that doesn't quite belong yet at the point of the game that I'm in. Alright, let's pop on RF+. So we have RF++, making it really hard for these guys to do a lot of damage to us, although it's still pretty good melee. Wish I had Holy Word. That'd be nice. Let's just go in. Still doing pretty good damage to me. Let's use Trog's Hand just to get some hit points. You know what? I can probably Zerk this down. Holy shit, is he beating me? No, he's not. There we go. Was all this even remotely worth it? No, it was not. No, it was not. That ring sucks. I guess maybe there could be more loot back here. Stupid fire ring. I mean, I guess we have blink now. Gonna have a little javelin battle with him. Have fun being poisoned, bro. Scroll of vulnerability. Oh, okay. Ooh, Hat of the Alchemist. This was worth it. JK, everybody. Completely worth it. I'll take back everything that I said. All my complaints I take back. Alright, cool. Sick. Alright, cool. Very good, very good. Okay. Look at those resistances. That's awesome. Can wear whatever body armor I want now. I could even wear the Fire Dragon scale if I felt like it. You know? Why does Minotaur keep a zombie Minotaur in the closet? Feels bad, man. That's like his, that's his mutated cousin, maybe. You know, like Bort to Bart. That kind of thing. Let's enchant up this Broadaxe some more. I like how they can walk right over the dispersal traps as long as I'm not in range of it, of seeing it. Daily reminder, dispersal traps are real dumb. Kind of a waste of Ice Blast there, but Rakshasas are actually quite dangerous. Okay, so as soon as I take off my Sinv, I start getting punished. Although I suppose we could purchase a ring of a Sinv. And we will. My favorite is having both the hallways into the lungs of Zot 5 with mandatory dispersal traps. Now my favorite is some screenshots I've seen of dispersal traps blocking the way down into Tomb, into like this tiny little room of Tomb, so you have to like blow blink scrolls if you want to have any hope of getting in there. This is the dumbest thing. Like, dispersal traps feel like they were created by someone with like a mental condition. Alright, let's go into Orc. Technically Orc Sorcerers can still paralyze us, but we'll just put up Trog's Hand if need be. Yeah, right, Adort? Totally normal. Definitely not bizarre at all. Okay, so our defenses are kind of bad. And to be honest, the hat's not helping with its subtraction of AC. Check it out, I'm going to put this axe on. The axe is way better in here. Get my hit points back. Glaive of Distortion, huh? Joke's on you, I saw it this time. So we paralyze him so we don't get distorted. Hey, that's Aralek. That's two sources of Aralek. Holy shit, that ring's awesome. RC Plus, Arlec, and Synv? That's amazing. That'll be a purchase. +0 plate armor, poison resistance, huh? Not quite the body armor I'm looking for. Although we would like something a little bit stronger. Starting to wish I wasn't a centaur, you know? Let's drop the regular javelins. Whoa! That's a +7 broadaxe of flaming. That's pretty solid. FDS, you can definitely get away with it now. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, AC-wise, is it really that much better? I mean, check it out. Base armor rating 8, so +1, this is giving me actually only 4, and then +1 is 5. Because remember, my base armor rating is halved. And then we look at Fire Dragon scale. Same base armor rating, so I actually lose 1 AC. And the encumbrance rating is only 11. Whereas the encumbrance rating on a chainmail is 15, so I do probably get a little more EV. But then because the encumbrance rating is lower, I'm probably getting less AC for my armor skills. So the difference between, I don't know, the difference between the two is just not not what I would have hoped. I mean, the big deal is that the base, even if the base armor, let's see, hold on, if I can get this thing to work right, Fire Dragon, even if the base armor rating was higher, I'm only getting half of that on account of being a centaur, so I don't know. I'm more inclined to find something with a lot of enchantment, because that breaks through my stupid, crappy body mutation. I only have 1 MO, as much as I would like to MO this stuff. Actually, you know what? Let's at least lamp. That's a lot of priests. I'd like to clean some of these out. They could do quite a lot of damage to me, believe it or not. Screwing around next to so many priests is a real mistake. Yeah, Fanar couldn't take it. Let's drop vulnerability. I like to carry those around, but well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just drop everything that's throwable, except for like 1 set of javelins, and that'll solve my sort of carrying problem that I'm having. Although I guess I want to keep penetration as well. Hey, maybe I'll find Arga in here. Wouldn't that be nice? Although really I just want some body armor that's good. Some kind of, I don't know, something with just a huge enchantment would be great. Trog just gifted us a War Axe, which of course we don't care about. Okay, I think we've slowly stair-danced this whole vault. Just kidding, there's more. If it seems like I'm having to berserk every single night, well, I probably do. You know, they're very strong and my defenses are sort of crap, so this just makes it a lot more possible to do without having to kite a bunch, you know? This is the proper use of berserk, by the way, where you're only fighting so many things at once and you're on a staircase, so it's not that dangerous. Yeah, Orcish Mines is a lot of fun with HUASk, but then again, HUASk is fun everywhere. Easily the most fun god, in my opinion. Really hard not to have a good time when you're worshipping HUASk. You can even do ziggurats with HUASk if you want to. Some really fun things in there are possible. Oh yeah, for sure. Or an Orb of Fire, for that matter. Please don't mutate me. Wait a minute, you're gonna have a hard time mutating me because I got the hat. The hat of Armute. Speaking of which, why don't we pop a potion of mutation? Okay, it took away our MR+, but not our frail. Let's try again. Now we took away the frail. Good. Scroll of Acquirement. Heal Wounds, Invis, Cancellation. Yeah, Grand Finale works on literally everything. It's great. Nothing is immune to it, although I will say that Advil stupidly nerfed the hell out of it with regards to TRJ, because before you could insta-kill TRJ and not take away all the jellies, you know? But now if you or sorry, not spawn all the jellies in, but like now it just treats it like you did the whole hit point damage to it, and it fills the screen with jellies as normal, which is just silly as hell if you ask me, for a number of reasons. Okay, let's acquire book. Manual dodging, alright. Had hoped for shields, but dodging is pretty good. That's a good acquirement. Start training that right now. Enchant armor, we'll enchant up the... I'm unlikely to find a better barding, so enchant up the barding. Sadly, that means we can't afford the ring. Where is it? That one. Yeah, Arlek. But we'll save money for that. Okay, so we have our poise all the time now. So we could do Swamp, we could do Snake Pit. There's a lot of stuff we could do. Our defenses still leave a little something to be desired, sadly. Like you see how we're kind of getting our ass kicked a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what, I have a ton of food. Let's just wear the flaming axe real fast. If it was a little more enchanted, I would feel more comfortable about just like tabbing into hydras even. But it's not. Or really it's our defenses that are the bottleneck here. Kind of wish I didn't have to swap off all the time. I mean, we could just stick with the broad axe of flaming, I guess. Although it's pretty nice being able to just sustain through just about anything. It's probably better though. The flame is probably better, I mean. If we're lucky, this branch will give us enough gold to afford the RLEC ring, which is actually kind of important for doing Snake a little more comfortably. Okay, this is that goofy apocalypse crab vault. What's on the RLEC ring? A lot of cool stuff. It's got RC+, RLEC, Strength +2, and Synv. Oh, no, you're right, I do have the hat on, and that does give me RLEC. I forgot. That's a fair point. We don't need that at all. Alright, thanks for pointing that out. So you know I'm not paying enough attention. This might just be ghost crabs. Actually have some R negative from the hat as well. Okay, we're going to lamp because I didn't want to get slapped around by a tree too many times. Pull this thing. Okay, so this is really obnoxious. Let's... What? That's weird. Where's my friend? I thought I made a friend. I don't understand what's going on. I do know that I'm going to teleport. I'm pressing AC and it's not actually doing anything. How odd. Okay, well let's teleport. You could instantly die here anyway. It's obviously not good. Okay, now we make a friend and it actually works fine. This is a really badly designed vault, by the way. Although you could make the argument that it's just that crabs are badly designed monsters. Apocalypse crabs, because they put the cloud on you. And here's the sequence of events where you just die regardless of anything. They paralyze you. They turn you into a bat. And then you're paralyzed in bat form and you just die. It's a really dumb combination of things. But it has happened. This is why I'm letting my friend handle this. He just turned my friend into a death drake. All of that for an artifact, Quicksilver Dragon Scale, which is, to be fair, kind of nice, but it can't be enchanted, and so if I were to put this on, I'd have less AC by far. Well, not by far, by a little bit. 21.7, 2011. Actually, this is worth it. Okay, fine. Wearing that is worth it for the time being. I guess I stand corrected. It's not bad. Replace draconians with crabs. Crab people. The problem is the AC. There's just not a lot of AC there. But the extra decks and the lack of encumbrance certainly help our dodging, or our EV rather. Swamp drakes are so funny because they end up helping you usually more often than they hurt you. I mean, especially if you have our poise. Oh good, I'm getting yanked back and forth. Let's drop this Demon Trident, we don't need it anymore. Let's take a quick look at this ring. Slay -3, never mind. They're tearing me apart, Lisa! It's true. This is an issue. Let's teleport. It's just a lot of stuff. Oh wow, let's not get owned by Roxanne. How about that? Let's see if we can't just kill this with File of Floods, and I think we're going to succeed. No, we're not. I sure wish I had had the wherewithal to remember to bring Wand of Flame in here. Grab the enchant weapon. actually going to use it on the broad axe of flaming. I'd rather get to +9 than have vampiric, to be honest. Steam clouds up. Yeah, man, they're great. MR plus MP minus 9. Nope. Yeah, they're quite good. This is about the last place in the game where they are good, but or where they're worth thinking about to a large degree, but they can do wonders in here. Past this point, you might as well drop your Wand of Flame, though. I'm going to grab him real quick. I don't think it's necessary for me to have this, but it's helpful. They can break Siren Mesmerize. You have to actually break line of sight for that to happen. So it kind of depends on your positioning a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, if they cut loss, for sure. Identify this amulet. We don't need it. Wear the ring. Nope. Actually, you know what? I am going to wear the evasion ring. Okay. To be honest, my defenses are hurting me more than anything else. Let's walk away from this possible constriction. Let's pull this guy up and then cut all his heads off. These trees are quite dangerous. Go up. So I can't get paralyzed. Go up. Getting paralyzed next to just a Hornet is going to be pretty bad on this character, I guess. Normally I don't care much since I have enough defenses for it not to matter, but on this dude it's, you know, I don't know. Maybe I should be a little more careful. 20 AC really is not that much. There's a robe. I really don't think we're going to find ourselves wanting to wear a robe anytime soon. Oh, dude. My favorite item. My favorite consumable, sack of spiders. No box of beasts yet, but still pretty good. I'm going to zerk this thing down. The broad axe of flame, he should die really fast, and he did. Probably a little dangerous to zerk him down, to be honest. You know, I could miss a lot and he could just spam 60 damage shots at me, but the amount of luck he would need for that to actually happen is pretty high, I would say. We're on Swamp 4. Here comes the rune. I like that I'm still getting mileage out of Berserk. I had thought that maybe this character would be like a pure throwing dude without, you know, not getting much mileage out of Berserk anymore for the rest of the game. But the fact that we ended up finding some nice broad axes sort of changed the game plan a bit. Okay, let's not waste resources. I will use an amplifier here. Not bad. Hey buddy, what's up, Lerny? Just popping around the corner to wreck my shit? How's it going, buddy? You're real fast. You're real fast in the water. This isn't that good. I might have to use my last, well, no, I was going to say last blink scroll, but we have two. You know what I should have done is this. Instead of blowing a blink scroll, just use the mirror and he immediately dies. Yeah, Phantom Mirror is the cheating play, as I'm sure you know, to take out Lerny. It's not really cheating, it's just a lot easier than any other option. That thing has a Spear of Distortion. Which one? The one in the back, I guess. Oh, I saw it. Switch to a blowgun. Don't think I didn't see that. Got him. See? Spear of Distortion. Not good. But it is good that we killed him. Let's drop Profire, let's drop Ring of Ice. Spare some inventory slots. Just cleaning up the floor now. Enchant armor. Enchant up the barding some more. Slowly our AC rises. Gain back a little bit of that half AC from the body armor by having a barding. Alright, I guess that's the floor. There's no loot, but that's not super surprising. I talked a big game about buying this Arlec ring, but it's more of a convenience now. It's just like a Synv ring that has some more RC and strength on it. I guess we could have like Synv all the time if we wanted to. Let's buy some holy word and some silence. Those are good panic buttons in certain situations. These two immolates as well, and these teleports. I need to drop some stuff. We have brand weapon. You know what? I'm going to risk rebranding this broadaxe. It's vampiric now. Okay, that's a little odd, but alright. That we've immediately turned it into another vampiric broadaxe. I'll take it, and then we'll just try to rebrand it again later. You know, when we're ready. Anyway, so we have one rune. Still working on this manual of dodging. Guess we can swing right into Snake Pit. Probably just tab right through it, to be honest. This is a very strong character, even if he is a centaur with bad defenses. You know what, I want to focus on using up this manual. Enchant up the Vampiric Broadaxe, now we're at +9, very good. Oh yeah, this is great. By the way, before I continue, I'm no longer wearing Gourmand, so let's switch our auto butcher in the RC file. So we're not butchering corpses all the time. Some boots that we can't wear. Who knows if they're good or not. Could be running, but it wouldn't help us. That's kind of a lot of stuff. If I take out the sharpshooter, I'll feel a little more comfortable fighting these things. Much better. Sharpshooters can do like 40 some damage to you, 45 per hit, so obviously that's not so good. To be casually trying to melee whilst surrounded by a bunch of other stuff, you know? There's acquirement. Gonna stick with my meme of acquiring books. We found a manual of slings. We finally got screwed over a little bit, but that's okay. 2 of the manuals have been totally useful. So I think all in all, our requirements have been, you know, good. Another brand weapon scroll, that'll be useful later when we want to make this broadaxe not vampiric anymore. Manual shields, alright. All right. Tab through all this, no problem. Also, I should have looked at the ghost first. Oh boy. Oh boy, he can... He's actually no joke. Okay. Used a couple friends there because I didn't really want to get iron shotted for giga damage. We no longer need Wands of Flame. We can turn those off for pickup, making space for the manual of shields. The Chad Berserker prevails. The Chad Berserker versus the Virgin Earth Elementalist. Nice use of that emote. We can turn off Scrolls of Enchant Weapon. For the time being, anyway. We're marked, I actually don't care. This floor is basically done anyway. Nice. No large shields yet. We'll see exactly how far this manual gets us. I think it'll get us beyond 15. I find it a little strange that my piety's not maxed, considering I'm wearing a Faith Amulet. I don't think I've been blowing through my, blowing through my piety that much. You're not killing enough nerds. Well, we did Orc. There were a lot of nerds in Orc, and there's a lot of nerds here. I guess there were not really any nerds in Swamp. Yes, I know I'm fighting while starving. Give them a swirly. That is the Trog way. Come on, surround me. Yeah. For once I want the Guardian Serpent to show up. This is awesome. Let me just fight the whole vault like this. Honestly, I shouldn't be doing this. This is pretty dumb. Let me just zerk the entire end vault. Okay. That was a lot of shit. Like a lot. Probably most of the vault. We're gonna back off. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're killing stuff, every time you kill stuff, Trog has a chance of extending the Berserk. And we were killing an awful lot of stuff. So you can Berserk almost indefinitely if you just keep killing things, and you're worshipping Trog. And so Guardian Serpents really help you out with this because you don't have to move to your opponents if they're being warped around you. Like so. Normally this might be sort of suicidal, but because we've got the Vampiric Axe, +9 in fact, we can sustain through all this, you know. Uh-oh. Could take a lot of damage here. Come on, warp the stuff around me. Or don't. Okay, see, he just extended. It went from light blue to dark blue. Tab. Tab is life. Tab is love. Oh shit. It ended. Tab and Dab. Isn't that a tournament team name? Yeah. Yeah, I think they won that tournament basically because they had no competition. Like, no one was playing against them. All the other good players of Crawl just kind of boycotted the tournament because they didn't want to bother with it, you know. They won because of the name. Alright. Check out this ring. RC plus RF plus strength plus 5 sims. That's incredible. And we even found the macabre finger necklace, so if I want to, if I wanted to wear 3 rings, I could do that too. But this is like a strict upgrade on my strength plus 5 ring. That's incredible. That's incredible. If I get some more gold, that's the first thing we're buying. Okay, digging, spiders, cool, cool. Gosh, maybe I should acquire gold. Huh. It's just Zerk. Give me those hit points back. Potion of Experience, alright. I'll just dump it into shields, I guess. It's one way to clear my inventory by drinking potions of experience. No reason to hoard those. You know what? We have potions of magic in the inventory too, and that sounds like nerd stuff. So, this Chad Trog worshiper does not need potions of magic. There we go. Take those off, never pick them up again. Wish we could afford that right now, that'd be incredible. Just have to remember that that's there. A lot of really nice stuff for sale. In fact, we are going to acquire gold if we find another acquirement scroll, because I want this manual of evocations. I want that you know, what's going on? Am I blind? Oh yeah, it's right there. So I want the manual, I want the ring, and in fact I probably want the macabre finger necklace too, because I'll probably end up not using Amulet of Faith, at least during the orb run. Just a thought. I mean, since it's not that useful during the orb run. Anyway. I could go to the Elven Halls, aka Nerd Central. Could be good. Well, we have too much RC. If I were to wear that ring, I'd have like an extra pip of RC. Not that it really matters, but when I see that kind of thing, it makes me think that I could probably optimize the character a little more. Watch out for the Chad Blade Masters. See, I prefer to fight them, to be honest, because this character can... Well, no, you're right. Chad Blade Masters might be a problem because of my low defenses. Although I think I'd be okay with the Broad Axe. Honestly, we could probably just go ahead and do, just do Slime. Right? Confuse Gaze is 5%, that's not half bad considering I can just, well, hold on. Let's grab this Ring of MR. Wear that instead of Strength. Yes, sir, I do have another mirror. And I have 3 throwing nets, which is huge. Let's grab this manual throwing. Now I wish I kind of had more than one mirror. I could buy more, but we really want to save our money if we can. This is going to be a little awkward. That'll be okay. Okay, so I made the right choice to go ahead and put on that MR+, since we immediately run into these gentlemen. Now, Vampiric is really not the brand you want to be using in here. You want to be able to kill things super fast. If you're screwing around versus acid blobs, that's just more time for them to be able to corrode you. It's a bit of an issue. Okay, the File of Floods protects us from getting mutated. Okay, you can paralyze me. That's fine. As long as you're alone. I don't think they can be shapeshifters in here. Armute is helpful in here, but realistically what you want to do is you don't want to have to use Armute, you want to use positioning to make that a non-issue. If possible. It's a little hard, but actually, you know what? I just remembered, we don't need 2 phantom mirrors, dude. We've got the Wonders of Trog. So we got marked here. I don't want to go up because that'll alert everything to my presence up there. I don't really want to use cancellation because I've only got the one, marked on the stair. Thank you, Evering, for your super dumb trap system that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Okay, this is kind of weird. We could Zerk and probably sustain through all this stuff. I don't know. My instinct is to use the cancel and go up. I don't think you can get marked digging through walls unless you reveal a tile that did exist before you dug it out. You know what I mean? Like, created tiles from digging I don't think can have traps in them. I could be wrong. Nice. A couple javelins of penetration, I'll take it. That might even be useful here. See, this is kind of cool, being able to throw javelins to kill these guys. I had forgotten that that's so powerful. Should be able to kill this guy. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I don't know for sure, Adort. I'm like 99% sure that was the case with the old trap system, but like I don't trust Ebering to have done anything properly. So I don't know. All right, check it out. Let's leave TRJ alone for now. I want to clear out the rest of Slime 5. Getting memed a little bit, unfortunately. Let's magic map. No way we're going to be able to dig this out with 11 charges. Well, not safely. That's okay though, we can go down one of these. Hi, it's a floating eye immediately. Did I get paralyzed? Of course not. But I could have. I think. He just chose not to charge up. In fact, he's not charged up at all. That's still terrifying, so why don't we get some guaranteed damage by ice blasting him. Doesn't actually kill him. Let's swing. I missed him, but then I kicked him, and that worked out. What a lively floor. Didn't get mutated, so that's good. Now we have two paths into Slime 5, which is pretty crucial if you want to be able to safely clear the floor before fighting TRJ. So we have this ambush coming. Let's see if we can't use File of Floods. Okay, he managed to mutate me, but not with something that I would care about. He gave me stuff that affects my magic. Throwing manual is still not used up. Just control Q right now. Yeah, I know, right? Worst mutation, oh no. I think we're faster than TRJ by far. Fine, fine, fine. Another floating eye. This is the most floating eyes that I've seen in slime in a while, in a hot minute. Alright, check it out. Let's haste. Let's agi. Let's might. Let's doopa 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 doo. Okay, let's get him right here in position. Let's throw the net on him. Let's pop on the mirror. Unfortunately, it immediately does some magic to him. And by that I mean it starts hitting him in the face. I was hoping it would wait a turn. Sometimes it misses. So I wanted to make Brother in Arms here, but oh well. You can just start swinging. Saving my last net. Throwing manual is used up. I'll just start training fighting for a while. Maybe I should telly. Yeah, I should telly. I have a lot of it. Damn, dude. I want to heal wounds. It's like it didn't want to let me get any big vampiric heals for some reason. And it was actually cutting through my hit points. Dude. I guess this shouldn't surprise me. My defenses are quite bad. But it is a little weird to see like a powerhouse Trog character taking damage from, you know, death death oozes, which are typically considered to be a little bit sad. Couple scale mails, well, those aren't very useful to us. Ring of Wizardry, of course we don't care about that. Ring of Cold Resist, we don't need that. I guess that's about it. Nothing really to write home about in terms of the loot, you know. I mean, I guess there's a Phantom, or a Phantom Gales rather, potentially useful. Well, that's 3 runes. Probably going to call it quits for now. Kind of hungry. Go get some work done on my fork, perhaps. But no, this is a lot of fun. I mean, I will probably do vaults next time. Might throw in elf first. You know, yeah, good progress for sure. I think. Second video, we got 3 runes. I mean, that's not bad. And this is game number 13 in the streak, so you know, we're moving along. And then eventually we'll get this done, and we'll go to game number 14. And I'm not actually sure what the next one is. Let me look real fast, if I can find it. Let's see. Yeah, next one. All right, it's the one I'm looking forward to, which is Draconian Artificer. That'll be fun. Alright, well, that's going to be it for now. I'm going to send you guys on a raid over to ToneHack since he's raided me in the past, which is nice of him. So look forward to that. Like, stick around in the room for a second and I'll push that through. But until next time, I am signing out. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.